What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition to my DC comic book reviews. In this video, we're going to talk about Batman Hush 2, Batman issue number 160. This is the third part of the storyline. I think it's like we got 6 issues in the main Batman book, and then another 6 kind of elsewhere. And we're 3 issues into this thing, and this is a little better than some of the stuff. Artwork by Jim Lee is really good, not quite as strong as the original Hush or Jim Lee at his best, but the artwork is really solid. But the storyline itself, again, is falling into that trap of feeling like Jeff Loeb hasn't read anything for the past, however many years it's been since the original Hush. I mean, the stuff with Jason that they're kind of explaining in this thing, the characterizations, we have a lot of continuity that's kind of happened since then. Why are they acting like they are in this particular fashion? So we come to find out that Jason is in fact working with Hush because apparently the Lazarus pits did not heal his brain, and Hush is going to kind of work on some surgical things to make him better and stuff. I'm like, where was this the past 20 years since Jason Todd has been back? I mean, I'm just going to throwing off a broad number, but we've had so many things happen, continuity shifts and everything. It feels like they're acting like Hush just happened, and all that other stuff under the Red Hood and yada yada yada, Jason Todd coming back and all that. But I'm like, Jason's been through a lot of stuff since then. I mean, why wasn't this brought up beforehand? So you got that going on. Jason and Hush also kind of have their gripes, and Hush also brings up the fact that, when Bruce fractured his skull, he came to me, but he didn't call me to help you. Well, yeah, because in Death of the Family, Jason Todd was away overseas and he was killed off on the spot. It wasn't just a quick, oh, here, come fix my skull. And then he got resurrected as a result of the Al Ghuls and all that too. So I don't know. It just kind of weird stuff right there. Meanwhile, Batman's there. He's off looking for the little scalpel stuff that his dad used to use to kind of give some investigation to the Hush case. Gordon's also there, and former Commissioner Jim Gordon is there. He gets a message on his phone about hey, see, look at Batman helped save the Joker's life. I mean, at this point, Jim Gordon knows that Batman is not going to try and let somebody die if he gets the chance to. So nothing new there. We also have Riddler there, who is aware of all this stuff, and I guess they're kind of sort of working together. I don't get why the Riddler is all jacked and all that too. It just the Riddler should be the mental games. He shouldn't be a physical threat. That's what makes him interesting and unique amongst Batman villains. So one thing, like I said, the artwork is pretty good here. Babs goes after her dad. She's drawn very well in this Jim Lee style, so that's a plus. Nightwing's there. He goes to find Jason Todd. Batman investigates things, kind of faces off against these metahuman type things that Hush kind of helped work with. Dick and Jason get into their fight with one another, and then because Jason was keeping an eye on Joker, because he's the one who took him from that location, meanwhile the Joker just happens to get these 2 guns. I mean, this guy was basically on his deathbed, and he's standing up oh, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm grand, I'm fantastic. Wouldn't it be interesting to see him kind of struggle to stand up, weak in state? But hey, it is what it is. They got to have the stakes there. Batman also fights off against that one random guy who kind of has some things when he talks which causes pain, and he just is standing no chance. And then Bane shows up. See, Damian's been working with Bane on this thing. How? Why? No explanation at this point. I know Damian watched Bane kill Alfred right in front of him, but then there was kind of a smidge of reconciliation during the pages of Robin. But Bane's also kind of the muscle to kind of take down this guy, but you can't let him talk. And Batman's why are you here with Bane? And Damian's I'm trying to help you. And he's has Hush gotten to him too? Oh, what's going on here? I'm but then he is going right after telling Bane, yeah, Bane, don't let him talk, all this stuff. So I guess they're kind of working together. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But then the issue ends with Hush grabbing a hold of Damian, and he's all 3 Robins are going to die tonight. Ha ha ha, I am Hush. So, and that's kind of where the issue ends. So good looking artwork here. I hope Damian just takes that scalpel and stabs Hush right in his stupid face. And then, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but we'll see what happens. I know they've kind of talked about in interviews about a Robin's going to die, or they're going to fix the Robin problem or whatever. Tim Drake isn't in this issue right now, so one of them, maybe something happens to them. I doubt it would be Damian, because we got the stuff that Philip Kennedy Johnson's working on in the pages of Batman and Robin, and he's going to be in the DCU, so why would you get rid of that character? Tim Drake, I think he's going to be in the upcoming Batman run anyways. Dick Grayson, he's Nightwing. They're not going to get rid of him. So the only one that would kind of make sense for them is Jason Todd, because he doesn't have anything really significant going on at the moment. If they were to kill one of them off, and they have the element of, oh, he's got this problem with his head and brain or whatever, never fully repaired, and that's where Hush is going to come in to kind of help him out and stuff. And I'm like, why wasn't this established like right away? Like, Jason's been around for quite a while. You'd think that would get brought up at some point. So, but then again, that's the issue where this thing with this book and the way it feels like something that was meant to come out like years ago, but a lot of continuity and stuff has happened since then. It just feels kind of out of place. But that's what I mean. Like, it's not holding up to the high standards of the first Hush film, which had an engaging story and beautiful, magnificent art. Like, the artwork here is pretty good. It's not on the level of the original Hush so far. I know we're only 3 issues in, so we got to see which direction this thing goes. But so far, Batman Hush 2, come on, I'm going to give it some more time. But like, compared to where it was, like the first series was, and kind of where we're at now in this thing, just feeling just a little out of place. Because like I said, a lot has happened since then. And I get, like, there's maybe could be some hiccups there. Because when you're working on a larger universe, it's tough to kind of keep track of everything. But Jim Lee is the artist on this thing, and he's basically the head of DC. So, like, he should be like, hey, Jeff, I know you probably haven't done this stuff in a while, but this is kind of where we're at in continuity. Where's editorial on some of this stuff? Like, oh, maybe this characterization doesn't make sense given all this stuff that's kind of happened here. I can understand if it's stuff going on simultaneously to an extent, because like, there's gonna be a little bit of like hiccups here and there, and like, okay, maybe we're set before this or a little bit after this, but this is Bane and Damian working together. Alfred is clearly gone. So a lot of time and a lot of events have happened since the original Hush, but the way it's acting, it's like, it almost feels like it just happened. And I'm like, I don't know, with 20 plus years, like what, like 20 years of stories right now, getting to this moment feels like we're in kind of a bit of an off state. So, and Damian working with Bane, I'd like a little bit more context, so hopefully we'll get that in the next issue. But now Hush has him kind of at knife scalpel point, I guess. We'll see what he tries to do to Damian within that. But like, Damian's a quick-witted guy. He can think his way out of things. So I think he'll be okay, because that would really affect what's going on in Batman and Robin. So I feel like the only Robin who's at risk of really anything, if there had to be one, was probably Jason Todd. But again, that's just assuming that they do something crazy with it. So I don't know. I feel like Damian should be fine in this thing, because given what's going on in Batman, it just wouldn't make sense. It would derail at least one of the 2 storylines, and Batman and Robin's the much better book right now, at least in my humble opinion. So, but again, only 3 issues into this thing. Gonna give it a little bit more time. It is better than the previous run we just had on Batman, but I don't know, just some iffy things going on right now. So that's just me. What do you all think of it? Are you enjoying Batman Hush 2 right now? Do you think it's an inferior sequel in like every single way? Are you loving it? I'm not sure if I've seen anybody loving it right now, but again, things could change. They could pick up and all that too. Like I said, we're only 3 issues into this thing, and again, if it wasn't labeled Hush 2, the expectations wouldn't be as high as they are. So that's just me. So, but anyways, that's all I have to say about this particular issue. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all the other fun stuff. And as always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.